From Washington National Mall a bit earlier today, responding to the tit-for-tat between the U.S. and Iran. Here is what has happened essentially over the past 4 or 5 days. It was on Thursday of last week, all right, the 25th of June, when an Iranian drone hit a vessel that was trying to make its way along what has now become the Omani Pass. It's a way of saying that this is the international accepted route for vessels that go through the Strait of Hormuz. But again, what Iran wants is something very different. Iran wants all these vessels to come up and come through their islands so they can charge them a toll at their discretion. So that was last Thursday. Then you get into Saturday and Sunday, and the U.S. took action yet again along these targets on the Strait of Hormuz that they believe are responsible for the drones that were headed toward those vessels. They apparently fired at least 4. 3 were knocked from the sky, but 1 did make a contact with a vessel. The Iranians responded in part. They hit assets in Kuwait and Bahrain, among others, and that is where we are right now. The president saying on Truth Social 2 hours ago, peace talks are going to resume in Doha tomorrow. What about all that? Brent, Sadler, Heritage Foundation Center for National Security and a Navy captain. Sir, good morning to you. You say a routine is starting to emerge in negotiations. Is this a good routine, a bad routine, or how do we score it right now?
It's not a good routine, sadly. It's one the Iranians have basically found an equation where they can kind of string us along now with have a few provocative attacks, then the U.S. responds, and before the pain starts to register in a real meaningful way on the Iranians, they quickly relent and try to get back to negotiations and a pause. I think the only way now to break out of this cycle is to continue the strikes, target again anything that's a threat, whether or not it's actively targeting or launching drones or missiles against shipping. Then you basically treat it as hostile and attack it. At the same time, doing the negotiations in Doha and Europe to keep moving forward, because that'll empower the political leadership that seems willing to deal with President Trump and the administration, and it continues to weaken the hand of the IRGC. But the cycle we're in right now, it's not sustainable. Okay,
so let's catch viewers up on what was happening over the weekend. Here's Ambassador Mike Waltz from the UN talking about Iran with a decision to make. Watch here.